Hour two, good to have you. We'll get to the Pistons a little later, kind of leading up to Pistons Spurs, but I wanted to bring up something as well as the Olympic 3-on-3 charade, and we'll get to your phone calls on that. But Saturday night it felt like the Final Four. You had Arizona play Houston, you had Michigan play Duke. And yes, do I wish this game was on a campus, like it was at Chrysler or it was at Cameron? Okay, I'll put that aside. The game was fun. It was a really good watch. And look,
welcome. You know what? Welcome back, buddy.
No, I mean, dude, I have to watch enough of this crap to be educated on it. But like, this was must-see TV. It's rare. But Rico, here was my problem in this: that while it was entertaining, I don't think it's a referendum on Michigan. I don't think less of them because they lost. I don't think more of Duke. I think they're both right there to win it all. It's no different than Pistons Spurs. This means nothing tonight. Like, if the Spurs beat the Pistons, does that mean the Pistons aren't great? No. And vice versa, does it mean you'll beat the Spurs in a 7-game series? No. But feel free, touch your balls. So here's the point. The Michigan-Duke game, while I appreciated the pace of it, the physicality, I mean, it was a hell of a game. Here was my takeaway emotionally. What I mean by that is, as a Michigan State guy, the two teams in my adult life that I've hated more than any other are Duke and Michigan. But instead of me rooting for a fireball to essentially vaporize the entire arena, or for Bane to somehow pop out of the Jumbotron and take everybody away, I felt nothing. I was the baby from The Simpsons with the pacifier. Because that wasn't Duke, and that's not Michigan. It's just hookers and laundry.
Okay, so why wasn't it Duke? I get why it wasn't Michigan.
No. It's nothing is nothing. Oh. None of the players are where they are because of a pull to the university, a graduate program,
Duke, Bulls are twins. Dad played there.
The legacies. And what did they get paid to go there?
Well, nothing, because Dad made enough money in the NBA.
Sure thing. the point I'm making is, like, Duke, when it was, we think we're better than you are, and their developmental process, the invariable annoying white dude like Christian Laettner, like, that's not Duke. And then you go to Michigan, and again, I have called and I stand by it. I think Dusty May's the Kurt Signetti of college basketball. I think he makes great evaluations. They have a huge budget, and they've put together a hell of a good basketball team. But that's not Michigan. How could I hate Yaxel? The guy's been here for 5 minutes. Mata, I know him more as a UCLA Bruin. Cadeau is a Tar Heel. Like, yeah, you bought a 5-star guard from Newark, New Jersey. None of them are there because of the team, or those
Johnson's the only one because he played at Illinois.
Sure.
So I knew him.
Right, but you get my point is I felt no hatred. And it was such a bizarre, emotionless experience that I watched the game. I enjoyed it. And it was back and forth. But, like, no, I didn't. Rico, I just want to know if anyone out there's arrived at where I have, where as far as college goes, it is an empty, they're just escorts in maxi dresses. They're not people I can hate. They're just there for their next client, and the money's on the nightstand. I felt nothing. I'm supposed to hate Michigan. I don't hate them, and I don't hate Duke, because nothing is nothing. Now, I love the game. A lot of talent, a lot of pace. You had a great announcing crew. Billis on the call. Action galore. I still wish they changed the rules. I texted this to you. Stop with the 5 fouls and fouling players out. You know what you should do, like when Mata got his third? No. After 5 fouls, every personal foul you get is a tech, meaning it's a technical free throw plus, but you stay in the game.
Oh, okay.
Because we're not here to watch bookworms.
Yeah. No, it's not. But I was invested in the game, and I wanted to see one team go down.
Okay, and this is where most people will agree with you. And let me just say this and do whatever you want. There is no right or wrong. That's not what this is. My view and his view are both correct. You're not better or worse. I'm asking if I am simply ET phone home here, because it's an empty affair to me.
What I couldn't understand.
Who did you want to lose? You wanted Michigan to lose?
Yeah, because Duke won me money. Duke won. I got the biggest bet I've ever won placing in the sports gambling was betting on Duke years ago.
Well, what team was this?
This was a long time ago, but they
the 90s?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They saved me. Yeah, I made a bet that I should not have made.
Noted.
And they came
I want to
back
hear more about
and they
this.
won the national title.
Okay.
It was UNLV versus the Field.
What was that, 1990?
And 91, I believe. And UNLV I think they were undefeated at the time. And I thought I was going to lose. And I had placed this gigantic bet in college. And I was like, I don't have the money to pay this.
Uh-oh.
I really need Duke to win. And when Duke beat them, I was like, you know what? That's my second team right there.
Okay.
I'll never forget you because you bailed
You
me
had
out.
an emotional pull.
Yes.
But see, what I find weird, and this is how you know there's a huge disconnect, is like, look, the TV production of it was excellent, but they're showing the crowd and you have people screaming and going nuts. And I'm like, what the hell are you rooting for? Like, what is this?
Because
I just, it's not what it is.
It is, Mike, because you had people rooting because it was pretty much a guarantee whoever wins that game is going to get the number 1 overall seed, which means you get to pick the city where you go, which means if it comes down to it, you get to pick which color uniform you want to play in.
Oh, joy.
I know, but it means something to know you were the number 1 overall seed. It's like being a first ballot Hall of Famer type of thing. Like, you know what? I'm a little more special than you are because we knocked each other off head to head. Now, it just so happened that this weekend lined up this way.
Did.
And I'm sitting there thinking the whole time, I thought Michigan was going to win because I'm like, Dusty, Boozer's out the game. The good Boozer's out the game.
The good Boozer.
You got the bad Boozer in there, and he's got 4 fouls. When he comes back in the game, it's very simple. You go after him because he can foul out.
Yeah.
You go after him, and they didn't. And I thought that was a huge mistake, which, led to them not winning. And also, Elliot Cadeau didn't have a great game. He was 1 of 8. Fun fact, when Duke played Michigan and Michigan State, they held their 2 starting point guards 1 for 18.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, look, Michigan had look, that's Michigan's Achilles heel. If they pull a 4 for 25 or whatever hell it was from deep, no, they're not going to win the national championship. But what I would say is even just making like 1 extra shot,
well, and that's
they probably win the damn game.
Michigan, everybody talks about Yaxel and all of the Godot. Good Godot, you win. You beat teams by a ton. When he has an off night, can't shoot, turns the ball over, look at it. Those are the games that Michigan struggles to win.
6 for 25, by the way. I wanted to just make sure I corrected myself. Yeah. No, and again, I have a bet with you, and I stand with it. I have Michigan and Arizona. I've given you the field. We have a lunch bet. I'm willing to buy into that bet more.
Oh.
Do you want to make this a multi-lunch affair?
Oh, okay.
And now, look, I will go to 5 lunches on this with Michigan and Arizona. But if you give me Michigan and Duke, I'll go 10 lunches.
No.
Okay, so Duke is your shining light here. Okay.
It worked once. When you so you just won Arizona and Michigan, not Duke.
No, I know.
Or Houston.
I know.
Okay.
I offered you that I would buy my way out, give you 10-1 odds if you gave me Duke. You said no. I'll take 5-1 odds. I owe you 5 lunches if I lose. I'm confident Michigan.
You're that confident?
Yeah. Yeah, I think Dusty is basketball Signetti, and I think they have what it takes. And I know there will be a game they're not going to shoot well, and they've got to overcome it.
Here's for Michigan fans out there, the beauty of your team is once you hit Sweet 16 level, you're going to be prepared. If you get upset, it will be in the first weekend because you don't take teams seriously that you're better than. Those are the games that they have to come back from down 15 points in the second half, and they rally and go on like this 40-2 run, and it's like, oh, okay, no problem, we beat them. That in the second round is if you're ever going to lose, will be that game because you just won't be taking that team seriously.
So look, I'd like to know from the people, and there's
5-1.
Yeah,
I like that.
I'm willing to do it.
No, you can't.
Okay, I had to ask, and I was willing to pay the freight, but I'd like to hear from the people. Look, I don't have a big takeaway from it. This is the laugh factory of it all. Look, case in point, Pistons could go 0-3 this week. means nothing. You have every right to believe you're going to the NBA Finals. You guys want to live and die on these regular season referendums. God bless. But I wanted to know the emotional takeaway from Duke, Michigan. Now, if you're a Michigan fan, I wonder what the experience is, because I feel it looking at Michigan State. I don't feel like they're Spartans. I don't feel like, now again, MSU's got a few more guys that have been there, but it doesn't feel the same. But when it's Michigan Duke, and I know I'm supposed to root for ultimate vaporization, I didn't have it. I just watched it, enjoyed it, moved on.
I think Michigan fans, I can't speak for them, but I think that they were watching that game and they were hoping to win. They had just been named the number one team in the country, and they were fired up, and they had every reason to feel that way.
But when they're showing people in the crowd, and I'm like, man, you didn't know who these people were 3 months ago. Like, what planet am I on?
I think Mike, college is still going to always be the team in the name in the front.
I know.
The name in the back.
It's tough, man. When you don't know the name in the back, when you don't know who the hell they are, and they're here today, gone tomorrow, that's tough for me. It takes away what college was about, which is the same players over multiple years and developing.
But how is it any different from back in the day when it was the one and dones, where they were only there for 1 year?
I wouldn't know. Tom didn't recruit many.
You had Zach Randolph.
Right, he barely played the damn guy because he was always bitching about his defense. Okay, we're off track. 248-539-9797. Mix that into it as well. We'll get to the Olympic phone calls, Michigan Duke phone calls, and I've made the bet with Rico, and I'm sticking to it. Michigan or Arizona's winning it all. Rico gets the field. 5-1 odds.
Okay.
I'm here for it.
All right.
You sure I can't buy Duke?
No, you cannot.
I'll swap out Arizona for Duke. I'll make it 10-1.
Nope.
I tried.
You did.
97-1.